Hey, Christy Mattoon here with Mind Rewire. I wanted to get on here for a quick second and talk to you about beliefs and about belief systems and about what we think about beliefs and how they actually kind of hamper your growth, positive or negative, instead of perpetuating you into growth. Excuse me. So if this channel is helping you, please subscribe. Please share my videos. It really, really helps. And I greatly appreciate, gratefully appreciate your commenting and asking questions. It's actually really beneficial because then it gives me understanding of where I need to go and what I need to direct next videos into. So for me, this is all about teaching, right? I have turned into a pretty good teacher. God talks to me pretty consistently. I get different understandings and new ideas. And even when they seem like they are not something I should be saying out loud, when I do, it blows my mind how many people are like, oh, that totally makes sense. You just made sense of so many things. And I'm just like, whew. And this is going to feel like one of those things because it goes against everything that pretty much anybody says. So bear with me while I try and get this out of my mouth. I've tried to say it before, met with a little bit of resistance from a few folks, and which is fine. I have no issue with that. But I think if you understand this, it's going to perpetuate growth in ways that you can't imagine. So think about beliefs for a second and what beliefs really are. Beliefs are something that we think we know about ourselves, about the world around us. And beliefs come from a place of our past. Beliefs come from something that you were taught, information that you were given by another person, another being, information that may have been information for that person at the period of time that they got it. And because it turned into a belief for them, they passed it on to you, thinking that it would work the same way. And it may or may not. For most of us, it didn't. The information that we were given wasn't that it wasn't correct. It wasn't correct for us. All right. So we try and correct our belief system. Once we realize this, we try and correct our belief system by either totally flipping the belief around and believing something totally the opposite, thinking that that's going to help it, or we create a new belief and we try and believe something else. We try and understand something else. You try and come up with knowledge or gain wisdom about something else that you can kind of slide into the place of that. And what I want to tell you is that none of those things are necessarily the right thing to do or a good thing to do or the thing to do at all. What would happen, and this is what I said before, if you did not have a belief system? What if you didn't believe in anything? And I'm not talking about like godly things or about things that you need to represent yourself to yourself, right? In here, who I am. And we consider that a belief. It's a weird dividing line. So here's kind of how this looks in my mind. If I have a belief that says I'm not good enough, that definitely came from my past. If I flip it over and say I am good enough, that directs me into my future. I'm good enough to do what? It still puts parameters on it. It's still, I'm good enough, puts parameters on possibly potential things that could be a probability, right? In the field of potential. And even the words I'm good enough, even though they're positive and it's very helpful, can put parameters on things. So what if instead of doing that, you just stayed in the present moment and felt gratitude, felt love, felt joy, heartfelt, heart-centered emotions? What if instead of trying to pull beliefs forward from your past and trying to manipulate them and flip them around and push them into your future, you just stayed right here and just felt gratitude, love, joy, peace. Peace is kind of my go-to. And then just let every next moment happen right? And this is kind of the great surrender experiment. And it takes away this thing of I have to believe something. I think the idea of belief itself is limiting. That's what I think. I've seen it too many times with too many people. When we start doing I am statements, and I do a lot of I am work with people, especially when we come up from conception, we're talking to you as a group of cells, basically, right? Talk about a field of potential just opening up. Brand new cells popping into this world. What would you say to yourself? I am, I am, I am. And you're speaking in definite, right? I am this. It's not a belief. It's who you are. I am amazing. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am fast. I am intelligent. I don't know what I am. Are you? I'm a superhero. I am financially set. What if you actually believed that? I am a natural manifester. Is that even a word? What if you actually believed that? From a state so young that it was built into your system. I am, and then a definite, here's what I am. And it's not a belief system because it's in the moment. And in every moment moving forward, if that's just who you are, that's just who you are. It's when we struggle with beliefs. Something happened in the past that told me this is how I am, this is who I am, this is what I do. And it's just not. It has nothing to do with me. It had something to do with them. And because it had to do with them, they gave it to me. And now I am here struggling, swimming in it. And then I decide, okay, I got to change this belief. And so we try and do this belief change thing. And we try and push it into our future. And even if you're standing in the moment going, I believe, and there's the I am, right? In the moment, all you need is I am. You don't need the belief structure around it. Beliefs limit us. Negative beliefs definitely limit us. But I think positive ones do too, because they're not big enough or open enough to encapsulate all of the field of potential and possibility that you could have if you just stayed in the present moment being I am. Whew, did that make sense? Oh, I'm trying to pull this out of my head while I'm saying it. All right, I bless you. I do. I hope this helps. If this message isn't for you, skip on by. It's fine. Totally fine. If it's for you, listen to it a few times. Write comments below. Let me know what you're thinking. If you can help me expand on it, I would love that too. Say something. I enjoy this stuff. It's interesting information. We are not in the same period of time that we were. We're just not. And in any time frame, we're not in the same period of time. But right now, time is, and in a growth way, moving way faster than it has before. Things are changing rapidly, rapidly. Consciousness is expanding rapidly. The more of these concepts we can grasp and understand and bring inside, we want to bring that spirit man out of us. We got to give him the right tools and the right information. The better you are at that, and the more in tune you come with yourself, get away from all this stuff out here around you, worrying and wondering what they did, what they said, why they did that, who's going to do it next, blah, blah, like all the stuff, right? No, no, no. In here, it's better. It just is. You will not be the same person, all right? In the present moment, I am, and then label it, define it. Who are you? What are you? How do you serve? All right, I bless you. Thank you for being here.